Hi, Paul here. Here's a way to hit the right note at the end of your solos and have it sound great every time. Okay, so for the first chord, it's just A minor 7. I'm just working with the A minor pentatonic scale at the 5th fret. So here we go. And then when I change to C minor 7, I go up a minor third and then I play the C minor pentatonic scale at the 8th fret. Same thing at the 8th fret. Really, I just want to talk about how you don't have to always hit the scale notes. You can slide in from a half step below and walk your listener into the tones of the minor pentatonic scale. You know, just because you know this scale shape doesn't mean to say you always have to start with these notes. You can push your listener into the notes. So we're going to go a half step below each note in this scale. So whichever note you can see. So let's say we do this A on the 5th fret of the high E. We're going to slide in from the 4th fret. Then we've got this minor third with a little finger. We're going to slide into that. A half step below. Same thing with the 5th. We just slide in a half step below the 7th. We can do it with the 3rd, the root again, the 5th, any note you can see, half step, and slide in. Same thing with the C minor pentatonic. Find your scale notes and just slide in. They're all available. And it's going to sound like you know what you're doing because you're sliding into a chord tone. Now we can take things a step further and I'll play a half step below the note I want. So this time it's going to be this note on the 5th fret of the G string. I'm going to go to the 4th fret as if I'm going to slide in, and instead of doing that I'm going to go to the 7th fret on the G with my little finger, and then I'm going to hit the note that I was aiming for rather than just going, you know, or now I'm going to go half step below, a full tone above, and back. So we can do that for A. When we change chords to C, we could go up here and do the same thing at the 7th, 10th, and 8th fret. But we could also make use of the B string and just go here. So we're going to do the 3rd fret, the 6th fret, and the 4th fret. And I'm targeting the 3rd of A. Then when I hit this 3rd, you can hear that I've hit a note inside the chord. So we can take things a step further now and do the same thing on the high E string. You can do 7, 10, and 8, and you're targeting this, the 3rd of the minor pentatonic for this A minor 7. When we change to C minor 7, you could just move that same idea up to the 10th frets and do 10, 13, and 11. So it sounds really good if you play into the chord tones like that and then maybe finish off with some part of the scale. I do that kind of thing all the time in my solos where I'm just like, I need something simple. Okay, I'm just going to target this note. Boom, I can see it. There it is. And you get better and better at dancing around the chord tones that you need. So now you can solo with a new concept in mind. If you're not already doing this in your solos, then you can get this in there and it'll definitely make you sound more sophisticated. I hope you enjoyed this lesson. Please like and subscribe to the channel. I shall see you in the next one. Take care. Bye for now.